Hi everyone, and welcome to Almost Cancelled, the TV podcast here on the Mail Fuzz Podcast Network. I'm Peter Bradley, and joining me, as always, the ginger menace himself, Connor Ryan.
That would be me.
Yeah, it would be. TV podcast, and every week we watch a bunch of TV shows and review a bunch of TV shows. This week we reviewed the new episodes of Preacher, Outcast, Winona Earp, and Game of Thrones. So if you're on the audio version, they're all coming up at the end. If you're on YouTube, just click on the more information button in the corner. You'll get the playlist with all those reviews, all those videos there. Nice and neat and easy to find.
You threw me off for a second there. You said Preacher. I was like, we did Preacher? Have we still got to do that? It was so long ago that I was like, shit, is he talking about tomorrow's episode that I haven't... have I got to do that? I was like, is that out already?
Well, we still have to do that, but yeah.
No, but I thought I panicked for a second thinking it had gone up early and we were supposed to do it
No.
now. Like,
No. This is the thing, because the end of our week's a Saturday, the Sunday night when Preacher airs is the start of our week, so it's...
feels so far away.
Yeah. Feels a while ago. I think it feels more, though, because there's nothing on the middle of the week right now, so there's this big gap in the middle of the week.
Yeah, it's like Friday, Sunday.
Pretty much. Although... next week this starts to change because I'll let you know just now. Next week, Brain Dead, which is the new show on CBS, starring Mary Elizabeth Winstead, is starting. It looks like fun.
I read an interview with her about it on IGN a couple of days ago. Sounds pretty good, to be honest.
I liked the trailer, so we're checking that out. I think that airs on Monday night, so we'll have a review of that up. So do check that out if it sounds of interest. It looks like a black comedy, kind of vibe. So. That'll be something we'll be covering next week, and then I think after that is another new show the week after, but we'll tell you about that next week. So summer schedule's starting to fill in a little bit. We're starting to get things coming in.
Finally,
yeah. It's
been a bit of a lull for the last few weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of quiet weeks. It's been a bit weird, but we do have news to get through before we get to any TV reviews, which is the whole point of this part of the podcast. So, first up, Scarlet, which is a Brian Michael Bendis comic, which I've honestly hadn't heard of, despite the fact that I quite like Bendis.
I've heard of it, but I've never read it.
Yeah, and Alex Maleev did the art for it, which is cool. He's very good. But this has been developed into a TV show. Now, there's a bit of confusion here on the internet as to what network is developing this, because I've seen conflicting reports.
It's interesting.
I've seen reports say HBO, and I've seen, specifically from Variety, say that HBO is a mistake, and that they have confirmed that it's actually been developed by Cinemax.
As long as it's not PlayStation.
Right. So right now I'm inclined to believe the Cinemax. So I mean, ultimately it doesn't really matter. HBO or Cinemax, it's both.
They're both good quality networks.
They're both going to be full of swearing and violence as much as they want. So it's not going to affect the content of the show. Outside of maybe budget, but it doesn't sound like it's a show that will need a huge budget anyway. But the comic, if you don't know what it is, and I don't, follows a rebellious protagonist named Scarlet Rue, who ends up sparking a new American revolution. That's a very vague synopsis, but given that it's coming from Bendis, I certainly will be checking it out when it hits, which will probably be a good while from now because it's only just been developed.
Yeah.
But certainly it was worth bringing up. So that's another... it is technically a Marvel book, but it's a Marvel...
Is it under the Titan imprint?
No, Icon, I think.
Icon. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not part of the Marvel universe. It's it's its own thing. It just happened to be published by Marvel under one of their imprints. So it's not superheroes or anything like that. But there you go. I would love to keep track now of how many, even excluding the superheroes, how many shows right now are being based on comic books. Because even Outcast and Preacher.
Yeah, there's also, I believe, last I heard, it was still in development, the sex criminal stuff, all the stuff from Fraction.
Winona Earp is a comic book based show. Even all the non-superhero stuff is all based in comic books now. It's insane. It's insane how that's become such a pot of
I feel like
content.
They did all their novel adaptations for years and years and years and years, and then they finally realised, actually, there is actually stuff in comics we can use, and then everyone's rushed to just grab stuff immediately.
And also, if you're a lazy cinematographer, it's already storyboarded for you. You just need to...
Yeah, just go, let's just take this and shoot it. It's great.
I am not suggesting that's what they actually do. Although technically...
I guarantee it's been done at least once.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder tried to do it with Watchmen.
First bit of the Walking Dead pilot.
Yeah.
That's dead on the storybook.
I don't have a problem with the like some scenes here or there, but I do think you should do it as actually adapt it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that is definitely straight lifted.
But anyway, so that's that news. That's Scarlet coming at some point from presumably Cinemax, unless I'm being lied to by Variety. Next up, Hulu have announced a 6-part anthology series called Dimension 404. It's an anthology science fiction show, and the 404 is actually inspired by the 404 error code, which you get on the internet when a website's down. Of all things,
Most dreaded sight of anyone's life.
and this is the this is what the official synopsis here is saying. Dimension 404 aims to evoke that 3 a.m. feeling of wandering onto the weird side of the web, stumbling upon stories that cannot be explained in the world that we know. Each episode will explore a different bizarre mystery, including an obscure cartoon that may hold the secret to time travel, or energy drinks perhaps causing a global apocalypse.
Oh, I'm so fucking in. That I have been in that scenario at 3 a.m. more times than I can count.
Look, I've looked at the weird shit on the internet at 3 a.m. I don't recall ever watching a cartoon or something like that might hold the secret to time
You
travel.
have never been onto the dark side of YouTube. Clearly.
Nah, this sounds good. There was all tidbits that I didn't put in here, but I think Leah Michelle has been cast in one of the episodes, as has, I can't remember his name, but the guy who plays Major on iZombies in one of the episodes.
Okay.
But yeah, it's an anthology, so it's going to be 6 individual stories, and they could be cool. I mean, this.
The concept definitely has me grabbed. Not gonna lie.
And speaking of Hulu quality, I mean, 11/22 had really high production value, so I'm not.
Yeah, they're not afraid to throw money at things, clearly.
And it's only 6 episodes, so maybe that's a sign that they are going to put money into it, and it's not going to be, we could have 12 cheap episodes, or we could have 6.
I'd hope that's the theory, and it's not just 6 cheaper episodes.
I'd hope not. But no, it sounds cool, and I like the name as well, Dimension 404.
That's good. I do like it.
So we'll see how that goes. My only concern is trying to tie all the stories into the internet might become a bit old if they don't vary things up enough.
It depends, because, I mean, I thought, is it tied into the internet, or are they just based on ideas that you might read on the internet?
Yeah, you might be right.
I got the idea that someone has stumbled across this cartoon at 3 in the morning, and then they've based the episode on that rather than working that into the episode.
You might be right. The cartoon to me sounds like it's tied to the internet, whereas the energy drink one sounds not like it isn't. So,
Yeah, like it could be either or, but I feel like maybe it's just.
Yeah. Okay, well that's not news then. Dimension 404 sci-fi anthology series could be cool. And last up, there was something about a Kevin Smith show, but you're rushed for time, Connor. You need to leave soon, so
That's all right. We're ahead of schedule. I've got 12 minutes to talk about Kevin Smith.
Let's not waste your time. I've
got like 12 minutes to talk about Kevin Smith here. Let's do it.
All right. Mallrats 2 is not happening. Instead, we're getting a Mallrats TV show. No network yet, I don't think, and no.
No, they're shopping it around.
Yeah, there's no dates or anything like that. So it's early development, but that's the plan. 10-episode TV show.
Did you read the reason that it's now a TV show?
I didn't care enough to read the reason.
Okay, so there's 2 reasons. One, it was partially this is down to the fact that he just did The Flash, and he really enjoyed working in TV.
Oh yeah, I seen that part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
The other part was to do with the rights of whoever it was, whatever studio owned the rights to the movie.
Universal, I think.
Yeah, it might have been. He wrote the script for the second one, said to his agent, "Oh, do you think they'll be all right? I don't want to write a script and them not sell me the rights." And then they wouldn't sell him the rights to do a movie. So he's had to work out a deal with them to do TV.
Fair enough then.
Did you see the other Kevin Smith show stuff? You got that?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't much to say about it either, but it just says he's developing an Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai TV show.
Yeah.
I've actually got that movie sitting on my shelf. I still haven't watched it. I want to, but
I watched it a few weeks ago. It's all right. It's not that
bad. I will definitely check it out at some point. Certainly, if the TV show actually comes to fruition, I'll.
He said the first season will be a case of just adapting the movie basically, and then the second season would be the planned sequel that never came. That it kind of teases at the end of the movie. It teases
Okay.
sequels.
All right. Certainly, the Buckaroo Banzai show is more intriguing to me out of these two because it's, it's a sci-fi thing that's kind of separate from him, and Mallrats, on the other hand, I've never seen the movie, and I don't particularly like Kevin Smith movies, at least from the ones I've seen. So
Clearly not seen the right ones.
I don't know. People seem to like Dogman. I thought it was crap, but
Yeah. You watch Jersey Girl?
no.
You'd probably like that more. It's more of a straight film rather than a Kevin Smith film.
I love how people. Yeah, you need to watch the ones that are less like a Kevin Smith movie to
like,
really get Kevin Smith.
No, that's like how to introduce you. You know, like it's you kind of gotta work your way in. You don't go straight for the crazy, wacky stuff like Tusk. You kind of work. You go in.
All right. Well, should this show come to fruition, I will have to make a point of watching the movie so we can review the first episode.
It's only like an hour and a half. You'll be fine.
I'm not committing to a full season though.
I'm not saying to commit to a full
There'll be
season.
no commitments.
I mean, it could be awful. I'll agree with that.
But you may have to pull in some bum off the streets to review Mallrats with you.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it can be arranged.
I don't know. Tim will probably do it. Seems like the sort of thing.
Yeah, if it comes to it, we'll drag James in, I suppose.
Oh God, no! don't crack jokes like that, Connor. All right, that's the news for this week. So that'll take us on to this week's reviews. And again, if you're on the audio version, they'll come up in just a second. If you're on YouTube, click in the more information box in the corner and get the playlist for Almost Cancelled, and all those videos will just be there at the top of the list. Or just click in the channel and see them on the front page. Either way is easy enough. All right, so this is this week's TV reviews. Have at it, guys.